Hey guys, here it is. Jewel of India IPA. Turned out really pretty nice. Got a little bit of malty, a little bit of hop aroma on it. Not as much as you would think for being 7 ounces of hops in the 5-gallon or 19-liter container. But so what I have in it is that does smell good. That's nice clean aroma. But that's 13 pounds of 2-row in 5 gallons, of course. A pound of Crystal 20 in there, and then I put 7 ounces of hops in there. It was Columbus, Bravo, and Cluster, and it's the first time I think that I actually ever added my first addition of hops at 10 minutes. So it was 10 minutes. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and ended up with an original gravity of 1.070, and yes, that's right, 1.070, and the finishing gravity of 1.016. So it ended up being, you know, pretty big. ABV was right at 7, but turned out really a beauty. It's got a slightly piney aroma to it, not as much as you would think, but then again, I'm trying to stay away from the bitterness of that 60-minute hop, pushing it all down to 10 minutes in this case. I could have had it a little bit more bitter. The IBUs on this are probably more like an English IPA, which is more my style that I like, right at 51. So anyway, cheers, going in for a taste. Yeah, it's got a nice, I like the flavor of that pale 2-row. Nice clean flavor. On the back you do get a little bit of the bitterness and the hop flavor. Real nice big body on it. You can tell by the glass, it's just kind of clinging. Real nice. You don't get that bitterness until right at the end after you swallow it, but it's really good. It's got a little, almost like an orange quality to it too, kind of grapefruit orange, but you do have a little bit of that sweetness, not too much. It's pretty much balanced pretty well, but but like I said, for an IPA, I think it is a BJCP IPA. BJCP IPAs their IBUs begin at 40 and they go to 70 for a single IPA, and this one's right at 51. So it's kind of, I would say it's kind of, you know, on the lower end, but really nice, very good. My wife doesn't like real heavy IPAs, real bitter, but she likes this one. She's been helping me drink this. But anyway, look, so it's kind of interesting story on the IPAs. I mean, why do they use, how do they get that many, you know, how do they get to the point of using that many hops? And it's it was from spoilage. It was probably the East India Company, who did a lot of trading with China and India back in the 1700s, and they had a long journey from Great Britain all the way. They went all the way around the Cape of Good, you know, all the way around the continent of Africa, the Cape of Good Hope, and then up to the Indian Ocean to India. That journey took, from what I've read, that journey took by sailing ship took 6 months at least to get from Great Britain. Now they were trading a lot of things. Great Britain was trading in cotton, most definitely cotton, probably wool, but they were taking that to India in and also beer, and they were taking that to India in trade for spices. No doubt about it. And I think from what I've read, you know, they had some batches, some barrels that would spoil, and they realized that if they added hops, in some cases I've read where they've put 10 pounds of hops into a barrel of beer just to ship it, I would imagine hops weren't as strong back then, probably weren't as expensive. That's a lot. That would be a big expense, but depending on how many barrels you're bringing. But anyway, so a 6-month journey, and you guys know who are in the SJ Port Challenge how just a few days or a week can affect the taste of your beer in travel. Well, imagine 6 months, a half a year at least, 6 to 8 months on sailing ship. Thank goodness for the Suez Canal, where it actually ended up reducing the time going around, the Cape of Good Hope and the continent of Africa. It ended up reducing the voyage to 2 months. But anyway, cheers to that. I'm going in. I feel I'm going in for another drink. Okay, I've got to do it. I've got to do it, folks. That has a creamy quality to it. It's the big body. Yeah, 19 liters of beer, 13 pounds of two-row. That's a lot of grain, but really beautiful. Turned out really nice. It's not sessionable at 7%, but it's just it has a really. This is probably, I would say, one of my best beers of the year, if not the best one. But Jewel of India IPA. Just wanted to share it with you guys a little bit, maybe a little bit about the the trade and all that. But back in the 1700s, thank goodness, we have quicker travel than that now. But anyway, cheers. I hope you guys are having a great homebrew Wednesday, and I'll see you on the next video.